General William J. Palmer, builder of the Denver and Rio Grande Road, was the founder of beautiful Colorado-friendly modern city of 45,000 at the foot of historic Pikes Peak. In Colorado Springs and Manitou Springs, you'll enjoy splendid hotels, such as the Antlers Hotel and the Acacia, as well as comfortable motels and picturesque mountain cottages. The Broadmoor, one of America's finest hotels, rises in splendor from the foot of Cheyenne Mountain. Conceived and built by the late Spencer Penrose, the Broadmoor attracts visitors the world over. The public school system, Colorado Springs and Manitou Springs, is fully accredited, offering modern education from preschool through high school. Colorado College offers complete arts and science course. Graduates of the college have become leaders in all phases. Among the beautiful Jove Chapel, there are more than 100 churches here representing Christian faith. Shown is St. Mary's Catholic Church. Each year in a cathedral of nature that before the coming of the white man was the tribal meeting place of Indians, thousands of worshipers gather for the Easter sunrise service in the Garden of the Gods. The services are heard throughout the nation by radio over the Columbia Broadcasting System. This Easter service was originated more than 25 years ago by the Reverend A.W. Luce of Colorado Springs. Some 20,000 persons attend the inspiring services. Colorado Springs is recognized as the cultural center of the West. The Colorado Springs Fine Arts Center, housing the Taylor Museum, is one of the most outstanding institutions of its kind in America. On the faculty of the art school are some of the country's finest painters. And in the galleries of this modern building are more famous art treasures than in any American city except New York. Homes in the Pikes Peak region are built for the joy of living. Reflecting the wide open spaces of the West, homes have elbow room aplenty, each with its lawn, shade trees, and flower beds, perhaps a vegetable garden and fruit orchard. And whether cottage or mansion, each home gets the full advantage of year-round sunshine and has ample outdoor living space for children to play under blue Colorado skies. Even the streets of this world-famed resort city are generous in size, 100 feet wide. In this more than a mile altitude, where sunshine is unlimited and the mountain air is crisp and invigorating, attain remarkable brilliance and depth of color. From spring till frost, the hills and valleys of the Pikes Peak region are jeweled with blossoms of rare beauty and infinite variety. Though flowers march with bright banners beside the highway and vistas disclose many a gaily carpeted slope and meadow, really to know the flowers of the Pikes Peak region, one must walk among them. A short, pleasant hike into the foothills will reveal to you a treasure of wild flowers. Here is the country that inspired the words of America the Beautiful. Come and get it. Chuck wagon dinners held in the Garden of the Gods, with all the romance and glamour of the Old West, are enjoyed by thousands of summer vacationists. Served in tin plates by members of the Junior Chamber of Commerce and their wives, visitors get the real flavor of the open range in Dutch oven-cooked sizzling steaks, fried chicken, and Colorado mountain trout fresh from a nearby stream. Over 25,000 vacationists are served chuck wagon dinners during the summer season. The Cave of the Winds, with its bridal chamber, its Valley of Dreams, and Celestial City, is like a journey into fairyland. The Manitou cliff dwellings are exact and scientific reproductions of the most distinctive portions of the cliff dwellings of Mesa Verde National Park. Every stone used in these ruins was hand-hewn ages ago and has been so placed here that every dimension, crack, and watermark is a replica of those found in the Mesa Verde region where lived the dwellers. Ages before the coming of the white man, Indians discovered the wonderful health-giving waters of Manitou Springs. Across the trackless plains and down from the mountain heights they came, bearing gifts of silver and turquoise and gold to their god Manitou, who according to their legend dwelt at the bottom of these healing springs. There are 50 mineral springs in Manitou. Mount Manitou Incline, west of Manitou Springs, is the largest and highest railway of its kind in the world. This cable road is 1 1/4 miles long and lifts you to an elevation of 9,000 feet in 16 minutes. There has never been an accident on the Mount Manitou Incline. 2 safety cables, automatic safety clutches, and a conductor in each car are added assurance of absolute safety. On top of Mount Manitou, there are picnic grounds and many interesting mountain trails. Your vacation in the West cannot be complete without a trip to the top of Pikes Peak, 8,000 feet above the plain, 14,110 feet above the sea. Its summit is reached by automobile over a wide, safe highway, by a cog railway, or a burro train. In the 80s, there was a carriage road summit. Annually on Labor Day, the Pikes Peak Auto Highway is the race course for America's most celebrated hill climb sports event. Until recently, steam was the motive power on this most unusual of all railroads. Now there has begun a gradual replacement with diesel-electric power. The roadbed of the Pikes Peak Cog Railroad is 15 to 22 feet wide, and the track is on solid rock almost the entire distance. Timberline, that eternal battleground of the forces of nature, is at 11,578 feet above sea level. Far below lies Manitou, like a cluster of dolls' houses, and the red spires of the Garden of the Gods. A few hundred feet more, and the train chugs to a stop on the wind-swept summit of Pikes Peak. The number of visitors in a single day is often more than 1,000. Here, indeed, you are on top of the world. Eastward, the Colorado-Kansas borderline, 150 miles away, rises against the horizon. From the auto highway, each turn in the road brings a new scene of soul-stirring majesty. Lakes, like pieces of eye fallen between the hills, supply Colorado Springs with snow-pure water. When the summit of the peak has been reached, you have passed through the 5 zones of Colorado plant life. Pikes Peak, America's best-known mountain, landmark of pioneers, rises in majesty above the Garden of the Gods. Catherine Lee Bates was inspired to write the immortal words to America the Beautiful when she gazed at the magnificent panorama of scenery from Pikes Peak. Long ago, Indians called it Old Red Land. But the history of the Garden of the Gods goes back through the mists of antiquity, beyond all the ages of man to the veiled past, when all this country lay at the bottom of the sea. Geologists tell us that when the Rockies were formed, the great deposits of sandstone were thrust upward in vertical position. However, the Utes have a legend explaining the origin of the red rocks. In ancient times, they say, a barbaric host of giants advanced on their ancestors. The giants were so big that the Utes were as grasshoppers. The Utes in terror prayed to their god Manitou, whose gaze turned the giants to stone. Slow sculpturing by frost, wind, and water has carved the rock formations in the Garden of the Gods into spectacular shapes. Many of these unusual formations have been named, such as Balanced Rock, the quaint Mushroom Rocks, Steamboat Rock, Siamese Twins, and Kissing Camels. Colorado Springs has two of the nation's finest golf courses in the Patty Jewett Municipal and the Broadmoor courses. The latter, in a world-famous setting at the foot of Cheyenne Mountain, is the scene each year of the nationally famous Broadmoor Invitational Tournament. The finest summer climate in America is to be enjoyed in the Pikes Peak region. Air-cooled breezes from surrounding mountains, plus more than a mile elevation and scant rainfall, make every day a play day. While people are sweltering in less fortunate regions, out here, where electric fans are almost unknown, you may play golf, enjoy shuffleboard, tennis, or swimming at the municipal beaches, or you may hike all day long and sleep under blankets at night. Come out where lusty trout strike your fly. Pit your skill as an angler against the fighting rainbow and 6 other varieties of trout that plentifully stock Colorado's 8,000 miles of fast, snow-fed fishing streams. Many of these streams are near Colorado Springs. And just look at that catch, a big beauty ready for the frying pan. End of a perfect day for a fisherman. Beginning of an... There's nothing like an outdoor feast of Rocky Mountain trout fried or broiled over an open fire and hot biscuits from an old Dutch oven. Yum, yum. Papa, fry 'em in the pan. Baby, eat 'em like a man. Ute Pass, Ute Indian Trail, has many colorful resort communities such as Cascade, Woodland Park, Chapita Park, and Green Mountain Falls. Ice hockey at the Broadmoor Ice Palace is one of the region's favorite sports. The annual Broadmoor Ice Carnival is held in July. The Pikes Peak region offers year-round fun in the sun. Did you know that in midwinter, people in Colorado Springs may be playing golf or tennis in shirt sleeves, while others are skiing on the majestic slopes of Pikes Peak? Winter is not the kind of winter you might perhaps imagine. The sun shines bright and warm. You golf, ride, hike, hunt. On the white-mantled slopes of Pikes Peak, you can ski, while in Colorado Springs, on most days, you are comfortable without even a top coat. The road to Glen Cove is kept open the year round for the enjoyment of skiers. Here, in a setting whose natural splendor and majesty are unequaled anywhere else in the world, are miles of interesting ski runs, with dry powder snow on 3-foot average from January 15th into June. Perfect snow for all types of skiing. Ski clubs are active in Colorado Springs. The Pikes Peak Ski Club operates a ski meet every year under the sponsorship of the Junior Chamber of Commerce. An excellent coffee shop and shelters are available at Glen Cove for contestants, amateur skiers, and spectators. In addition to many gentle slopes for the beginning skier, there is the famous Pikes Peak Ski Course, considered one of the most rugged in the country. Picturesquely located at 11,450 feet above sea level, among the highest in the nation. Experts from all over the country try their prowess on this famous course. The Junior Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring a special program designed to interest high school boys in skiing. This constructive program is teaching novice skiers to enjoy themselves in a surprisingly short time. Four electrically powered rope ski tows, which can be easily and safely ridden, are in operation at the Glen Cove ski area. These tows make riding to the top almost as much fun as whizzing to the bottom. Once the ski bug has bitten you, you'll remain. In the mountains near Colorado Springs are countless picnic spots, like this scene in North Cheyenne Canyon. For sightseers, there are pine-clad hills, rugged peaks, and glorious vistas of mountain and plains. The climate that nature air-conditioned offers a haven for refugees from the heat. Or for those who like excitement, there's a thrilling 4-day rodeo held each year in August at the beautiful Spencer Penrose Stadium. There's always something to do in the Pikes Peak region. Something for the whole family to remember, a mountain picnic beside a crystal stream. Ten minutes delightful drive from Colorado Springs through South Cheyenne Canyon brings you to one of nature's masterpieces, Seven Falls. Fed by eternal snows, the falls hang like plumes of smoke against the weathered face of Cheyenne Mountain. A stairway leads to the top of Seven Falls. In the peaceful valley beyond lies the original resting place of Helen Hunt Jackson, author of the beloved Ramona. It is reached by a short walk through the tangy pines and mountain shrubbery. Lofty Cheyenne Mountain rises directly from the breast of the storied plain. Midway up the Cheyenne Mountain Wonder Highway is the Will Rogers Shrine of the Sun, in which is to be seen, with other mementos of the humorist, the famous Joe Davidson bust of Will Rogers. This majestic shrine to a beloved American is the most unique singing tower in the world. The silvery notes of its Westminster chimes peal out over the peace and quiet of the Pikes Peak region. There's gold in them thar hills, the bright yellow gold of aspens sprinkling the somber green of a spruce-clad slope, or spilling down a mountainside. Along the draws and on the foothills, the blazing beauty of autumn is pictured in the russets, browns, and deep reds of scrub oak, in the vivid crimson of dwarf sumac and wild rose foliage. Indian summer in the Pikes Peak region is the season of brilliant color and deep blue skies, when the distant hills are softly veiled in lilac and purple. Horseback riding is a favorite diversion, and there are many spruce, tangy woodland trails for riding and hiking. Unforgettable scenery can be enjoyed best on horseback. And as the sun goes down in a flaming ray behind the ramparts of Pikes Peak, we extend to you a cordial invitation to enjoy your vacation in the Pikes Peak region.